Well, hello everybody, I'm Smelter and welcome back to Foundry. As usual, I did some work between episodes and you'll notice that this facility is not running anymore because I've cut it off. I wasn't happy with the layout, so I've redesigned it and I went upstairs. We've also got ceiling lights, so that's pretty cool. But there's some interesting stuff to get into today because I want to get to Science Pack 3, and that means getting Firmarlite down into our facility from the space station. Hello, C3BB, how are you doing? Oh, he's so friendly. Anyway, so yes, Firmarlite, and also I'll show you how the catwalks work because these are amazing. I'm not going to use stairs anymore. Look at that. Of this facility. Much better than the previous one. We'll also get into a bit of how the R&D works with the space station, and maybe start touching on a little bit of lava smelting, which is a brand new thing in the game, so it should be fun. Lots to get into. Let's get stuck in. Right, first of all, let's head upstairs and we'll have a look at this facility now. The other one was a little bit too compact. I tried to make it too compact and it backfired a bit because it just became difficult to expand. So over here I've got my machine parts being made, I have my electronic parts being made, and those are the two main things that you need to get your mall facility built. Now I call it a mall, it's quite a common term in factory games, is having everything that you need in one area that you can just walk through and pick up. So I will be switching over to tier 2 belts and stuff. So we've got the belts, we've got the ramps, and we've got the balancers. And basically you need the plates to come through to do the belts, and then you take it down the line and it's used in other places as well. So got the tier 1s feeding into the tier 2 machines, and then the tier 2s being built, but with a little buffer in case I take stuff out of here, it can replenish quickly. Coming down the line, I have this facility for the loaders. We have the long loaders, we have the short loaders, so the 1 lane and the 2 lane, and then I've left space for the 3 lane loader when that comes in. Then coming across here, we've got a facility making us crushers. We don't have the T2 crushers, but I have space allowed for that. So yeah, T2 crushers will be in this machine, and they just use the T1 crushers plus the advanced machine parts, which are coming in from a facility that I built downstairs, which I will get into shortly. But then we have the smelters, and I have a buffer of tier 1 smelters. The better smelters are coming, and they will be built here. And then we've got a setup for the assemblers, and I've got my T1 assemblers being built, and T2s already unlocked, so there's my T2s being made, and we have some in storage. Now, the only thing that I haven't done yet are these storage boxes, and I'll sort them out. It's not a big problem right now. But yeah, I just need to expand this slightly out. So going downstairs, the advanced machine parts were very easy. Basically, machine parts and steel, they go into a facility, and I've got a storage box, and that basically just, at the moment, is just taking these upstairs because that's where we're using them. And then let's just run downstairs and have a look at the space station with the R&D. Yeah, as a result of what I've done upstairs, all of this is going to be coming out, so this space will be used for something else. Now, it would have taken me a lot longer to get to this if Terzo hadn't given me the heads up, but when you do your station upgrades, there is a R&D lab upgrade. Now, these extended focus, or these focused research extensions, are quite expensive, so this one cost 5,000 Firmarlite bars and 1,000 construction materials. This one is 2,000 construction materials and 5,000. Yeah, that's not a big issue right now, but we did build the research and development lab, so we have this button, and we can go in here, and we can see now that we are making 2 different types of bots. We have transport bots, and over here we have light bots. On the transport bots, you can see that we have product quality, and we can increase that with 1 TP. And those TPs are tech points, and you get those tech points by leveling up with your product. And you can use those to increase the price of your products, the efficiency of the production of your products, and the weight of your product so that you can put more items onto a spaceship. And I've just finished another tech point level, so just to go back to the lab, you also have lab improvements down here, which are super expensive, 42,000 Firmarlite to do the next one. The last one was like 21,000, but I have been making a fair bit of profit, so not too concerned. I did this focus research on a new bot that I've set up, but let's do this transport bot. Right now, I'm liking sales price increases. I'm not too worried about the product weight. I don't think I'm making enough right now to send hundreds and hundreds to my ship, and I'll show you why. Product efficiency, yeah, I will sort that out later, but I want price first. So I'm going to whack this up to a level 5. Now we're getting a sales price bonus of 20%, and now we're getting 25%, and then I can do some efficiency as well. So that's that. On the other one, the Lightbot, we have 5 upgrades to do, and I haven't done any on this yet. So I think I'm going to do pretty much the same, get the sales price up on these, because these are more expensive than the transport bots, than the little transport bots we've been doing. And I'm going to leave 2 because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do next. Yeah, that should be fine for now. Anyway, hop out of there. And on this floor, now we have our transport bots, and they are now backed up. And the reason for that is because the storage on our space station is full, even though I've upgraded it. We also have a container, a buffer container for storing. So when it does start moving, it doesn't have to manufacture as quickly. And then I've got this for these little bots. And these are light bots, and they are being made in this facility. They are pretty expensive. So you got your machine parts, glass, steel, and electronic parts. And they build relatively slowly. You get 5 per minute. But these are also backed up now because my storage is full. So I have a lot of stuff that I could actually sell. And I haven't quite figured out how the selling to other planets works. So let's have a look at that. So if I go to the galaxy map, I have no idea what this all means. I will figure all that out. But by the looks of things, we are the orange. And if we click on something like, for example, this planet over here, you can see that they want transport bots at 288 per hour. But if we click on that, nothing happens because we need to go to the parent sector and actually unlock that. Now, at the moment, I can unlock 1 before I need to upgrade this, the space station again. Not sure what that upgrade requires, but I kind of like this one because they want transport bots and light bots, which I have both of those. So if I go to parent sector, oh, missing sector link. I'm not connected directly to them. If we go to this sector, once again, missing sector link. So this one should be fine. But is that one that I actually want? It only does transport bots. I'm going to do some more investigating before I go and get rid of all of my bots, because if we look in the storage, I have like 800 of each bot, each of those 2 bots. There's other bots that I've unlocked that I could start manufacturing. I just don't have the resources right now. And I'm still trying to figure out this whole new setup. It's very cool though. And in the meantime, I've done a lot of station upgrades, and there are still upgrades available. They are pretty cheap to do. So I could do another hangar bay extension that'll give me space for another 3 ships, and right now I already have 7. Total use space 10. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Oh, I've got 10 in total, and I'm currently using 3 for my 3 spaceships. I could go back and just upgrade storage, can I? Actually, I might not be able to because it'll need an upgrade. Cargo bay there, yeah. Well, we're going to eventually do all of these anyway. I have enough Firmarlite, and I have enough construction material, and I've also upgraded my Firmarlite storage, so my vault capacity is now 50,000. And the next upgrades are very expensive. Vault extension 3, we're looking at 20,000 Firmarlite bars just for that. But that, I think, if I'm right, that increases it to 100,000. So it might be worth it. I could do antenna upgrades. That's pretty cheap. Yeah, I think, yeah, let me do that. And that will allow us to monitor more galaxy sectors. So that could possibly be what is needed to open up the galaxy map a little bit more. Because, I mean, look at this. It is pretty large. There's a lot here, my word. Anyway, that's not the focus of today. The focus of today, if we go into research, which I'm not doing any because there isn't much to do, but I want to do the freight elevator. And that is the last one that we can currently do because it's the last one that only needs science packs 1 and 2. So I'm going to start that research. But I did a lot of research, and one of the main things that I researched here is science pack 3. Now, science pack 3 needs advanced machinery parts, concrete, and Firmarlite bars. So we need to get Firmarlite bars down here. And I've made a platform out over here, and what I'm going to do is, yeah, let me see. Yeah, I've got myself a shipping pad, so I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to put this like somewhere around here. And the reason I'm doing it here is because it's twofold. I want to get science packs 3 done, and I already have the advanced machine parts and the concrete right here. So I just need the Firmarlite bars, but also we have, if we have a look at our map, we have this area of what they call porous material. So there's a lot of places that you wouldn't be able to drill into or explode with the current stuff that we have. And that porous material will lead us down to a lava cave where we can actually smelt the Firmarlite bars into Firmarlite sheets. So what I want to do is transport wares from the space station to the factory. I want Firmarlite bars and confirm. Now I need to make myself another ship. I forgot to do that. So we'll hop down here, spaceships. Now I can buy another ship. I actually have access now to the small cargo ship tier 2, which has double the capacity. It's very expensive, and I'm not sure if it's worth it, but I mean, you know, for the sake of science, it doesn't seem to have much benefit other than that it has bigger capacity. Maybe it's faster, I don't know. There's not too many specs shown here. So let's get this one. And then what we can do here is assign a task, planetary shipping, and then we'll head over to our platform back here, and we can say that and confirm, and then cargo ship T2, capacity 200 items. There we go. Minimum amount to transport is 100. We can only do 100 at a time here. Oh wait, we can do 200 with this. Let's see how that works out. Oh, we could use both ships. I'm going to take that one off. All right, then we can use just this one. Okay, and then confirm. And then we'll see. Here we go. All right, we got a new ship. It's going to look a little different from the ones we've had. It is a little chunkier. And that is going to bring us Firmarlite bars. And they are going into our storage. So we need to store these in a good place. I need some steel beams if I'm going to make a nice storage. So let me grab some. I'll just grab some off the belt. I only need 10. Get that container and we'll shove it in right around there. So that gives us enough space, and we can... Oh, I didn't bring any of the tier 2 belts down. That's clever. And I think I put all my tier 1 stuff away because I wasn't going to use it anymore. Anyway, let's get all of these sorted out. So I'll take a stack of those, a stack of these. I already have balances. I had leftovers. And I think I already have loaders. Yeah, I have loaders and stuff. So now what I need to do is I need to go and sort out my toolbar. I'm going to throw that in there, and that in there. Good. These transports at 320 per minute. The loaders, the tier 1 loaders, transport 1200 a minute, so that's all good. Right, so we are here. Oh, right. I actually need to put this on the other side. So break that down and do it over here. And we'll just get a loader in there, and that will now start storing these. I don't know what this stack size is, but we will find out. Good, so now I can start setting up a facility over here somewhere, because I need steel, and I need these machine parts. And what I think I'm going to do is, because this belt's already going up, I'm just going to continue this one out. And freight elevator 1's been unlocked. That's interesting. So I will bring this belt... This is something for a tips video, but if you press R, you set a fixed point. Then if you press E and you go out, you can do the ramp. And then you can carry on. That takes you down. And then over here, you can press Q. Oh, no, wrong one. So back to here. Press R, press E to go up. Find your position, which is here. Press R to lock it in. And then Q to go down. And look at that. Now that's going to make things a lot easier. And thanks Terzo again for pointing it out. Everything is in the tips. But I didn't even know it was there, so I wasn't expecting it. Anyway, let's get this belt extended. I wonder if I can do this. Let's see if we can pop this under. Cool. We can. We'll ramp this up. Change the direction. Ramp this one down there. And then grab the belt and put that in there. So there's 2 of the components that we need. Let me just confirm. Advanced machinery parts and... Oh, it's concrete, not... Oh, gosh. All right. I need to remove some stuff. Right, and the concrete came down over here. I should be able to do that. Now, the belts don't match, but it doesn't matter. Okay, take that to there. Ramp up like... I think I've messed up the line somewhere. Yeah, this needs to be on the outside. So that over there, this in here. Right, there goes the concrete. And then just complete this belt right there. And then I just need to get some stuff off the belt. Right, there we go. So officially we now have 2 belts of the 3 that we need. So the third one is here. And let's see, how do these stack? To 200. All right, well, we're going to have quite a lot down here. But that's fine because we're going to need to make a lot of sheets. All right, so I'm going to leave space for a couple of machines. What I will do is let me go and get myself a tier 2 machine, a tier 2 assembler. I'll just grab a stack of those. It's so much more convenient now. If you're going on a long trip and you know that you are going to go and mine something specific, you're going to know what you need to take with, and you can just pop in here, grab what you need, and run out and make it. It takes time for the whole system to recover once you've taken a lot of stuff out. But I mean, you're going to be away for a while, so it gives it time to catch up. As long as your raw resources are all in. Anyway, that does mean that I need to swap out on my toolbar and put that in. So now we have a tier 2, and I'm going to put that in right there. And I'll have a storage box right there. And then we can extend this to there and this to there. And then we're going to need to bring our Firmarlite in. Now the Firmarlite bars, I'm not sure how many things they're used on. I am not going to incorporate it into the bus. I'm going to bring this, and this might be a temporary line, but I'm going to bring this to here and get a loader and output. Now if you right click, you can choose which, wrong loader. But if you choose your loader and you right click, you can choose input or output, then you don't have to click the button. So if you're doing a big smelting facility, you can just spam these down and you don't have to go back and toggle them. Right, well there's our Firmarlite bars. Look at that. Awesome. Oh, and now that I'm coming out on this side, that's storage is in the wrong place. I'll fix that. But for now, this is going to go to there. Let's move the storage like that. And have to cut back one of those, put that in. Now this is going to be a buffer. So it's not a storage, it's a buffer. Which means that it was actually in the right place. The brain. Yeah, I don't actually have to split it off. So we can come to here, output there, and input here. And then I'm going to have to remove 4 pieces over here. Ramp down. Okay, we'll get to that. Then all of these, intake there, and that should be an intake. And then just set the recipe over here to make science pack 3s. And there we go. They should be coming out in a moment. And there's our first science pack. Wow, that really takes a long time. It's at 1.5 per minute. Yep, I'm probably going to need to extend this. In fact, no reason not to do it now. So let's just, if you press Control Q while pointing at something, you actually copy it with the settings and then you can paste. There you go. It already has the settings in. That's nice. Ah, I see the error of my ways here. This should have been a 2-out belt if I want to expand. So a quick fix like that. And that output there, input there, and then let's see, we'll have a short one over here and a long one there. And these both need to be inputs. Extend the belts. And now we're making 3 per minute. Are we? Alright, what are we missing? Oh gosh, I broke a belt. Didn't even notice. Right, that should improve things. Fortunately, they use very little of the advanced machine parts. And also very little of the Firmarlite. So a lot of concrete, but we're not using concrete for anything else right now. So good. That means that we can soon get on to doing research again. I just need to go downstairs, get this plugged into our research area. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that come in from this side on a belt over here. Now, as you can see, I've added a third research server, so hopefully things move a bit faster. And I see it already has the little slot for the green ones. Awesome. We have such a backup of 1s and 2s, but that's fine. It's good to do. All right, so we're going to want this belt to come through, over, and then loop down. So something like that. That's a good start. And it's set to go down. Put that there and there. Oh, and I could use that trick here. So choose the belt, pin it there, and come on, let me come down. Okay, so we go there, pin it, and then Q to come down, Alright, I'm not so sure how well this would work. Something I think I just need to get used to. Put that in and... oh, there you go. Ties in nicely. So in this game, you need to put the belts in. Now, I want the belt to go that way. I've got the arrow pointing that way. I can't build it over here and then try and drag it back. It doesn't work. You can only drag it in the direction that you want it to go in. Even though the arrow is there, it's still, yeah, it's a bit weird that way. So we'll get that sorted out. Pull this through, and where's our belt? There it is. Can't see it, it's too dark. But now that should pull through all of our science packs, which there aren't too many, but they're on their way. There we go. So it's a start, and then I'll get some loaders. And it has loaded some in. Fantastic. Alright, I'd like that to build up a little bit before I start doing research with it. I don't have a problem with my ignium. I could use another ignium mine, I think. It's working at the moment, so there's no real issue with it. I'm just going to go and check on my power facility and make sure that that is all operating nicely. Okay, that's right. Oh, I forgot something. While I was editing, I noticed that I hadn't connected this turbine. And lo and behold, oh, right, there it is. So, yeah, if you want to build something and you don't want to put it in your hotbar, you just right-click it and then you can build it. There you go. So now it's connected. So if we have a look at the grid stats now, there's our 3,700. Well, it's on the high voltage grid, it's not using everything. Low voltage grid, I think I kind of need to disconnect that. But we're in the green still, so we are not overusing our power, which is good. All sorted. Everything here working as it should. Great. So let's go see about that lava smelting, because in the next stages, I think Firmarlite sheets are going to be something very important. So if we look at the map, right in front of us is the lava cave shaft. And this is an area of porous rock. I've already thrown one explosive into it. I'm not sure how far down I'm going to need to go with this. So I'm just going to go as straight down as possible. It's still deeper. Yeah, this could be a bit of a problem, because you can't see, there's no indication on the map of how deep you need to go. You just need to kind of go deep. So we'll just keep going deep. I mean, I could put a lift in, but there's no way to know where to stop with it. So we just keep blowing things up until we get somewhere. I don't know. Maybe if I put an elevator down. So take a platform, cover this up completely, and then take out a few pieces. Can't remember how big it is. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get the materials to make one. I don't think I've got the materials to make the elevator. Yeah, I need some steel beams and advanced machine parts before I can do that. I'm gonna need one anyway, so why not just make one now? Good, pick up a stack of those and some steel beams. Now I can build an elevator and then we'll see how that goes. Alright, so here's our elevator. Let's see. Needs something to sit on. Alright, I need to build back a few blocks because it's not going to land where I want it to land. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, and it's got entrances both sides. Let's have a look. New. Open config. Yeah, you see, you actually need you need to know where to go. You need to have a height. Yeah, this is not going to work. I'm just going to have to drill down. So, this is all coming out. Now, I do remember, until things get easier, it is a bit tough to get to the deep stuff. You're going to have to build ladders and go really, or ladders or catwalks or whatever, and go really far down. So we can just get rid of all of this and go back to our blasting. I wonder if I'm missing something here. Oh wow, I fell. That's a long way down. Does blasting kill me? I don't know. Let's find out. Nope, I'm okay. I'm going blindly. I have no idea how far I need to go down. Okay, this is getting a bit ridiculous. Holy cow. Okay, wait, it can't be. Really? Oh man, and I fell further down. Do I even have a way to get up here? Well, I can make ladders. Okay, I am not sure about this. That was a long ladder and only got me up to here. And this is the last of my ladders. I think it got me up. All right. Well, that is a long way down. And I still haven't reached where I think I'm supposed to go. So this is... Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stock up on more ladders before I do another trip down there. It's insane. It's really deep. Actually, I think I'm gonna go with catwalks. Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of catwalks. And I really don't intend using that many of them, so yeah, it's gonna be rare that I go very deep with catwalks, but I will be using them in the factory, so no point in not making them. And it'll give me a chance to show you guys what the catwalk's all about. But right, lava caves. Let's go and see what it says. Deep down in the depths, caves filled with lava to be found. The enormous heat can be utilized for certain tasks like smelting Firmarlite in lava smelter. Right, good. How do we get there? Most of the rock layers above the lava caves are too hard to dig or blast until you advance your mining hardness research. But there are ways around this problem. Throughout the world, shafts of porous rock can be found. Your scanner and map will be able to track them as soon as you research the elevator. These shafts can be mined right away without the need for advancing your mining hardness research. Together with the elevator, which is able to dig on its own, you can use those shafts to get access to lava caves. The caves are found near the very bottom, so you want to configure the bottom elevator station roughly at the height of between 2 and 15. Once you arrive down there, you'll need to dig a couple of blocks in any direction to reach the lava caves. So maybe I should have read that first. Anyway, we're not doing anything with our space station. Let's check our R&D. We got a couple of upgrades for... Ooh, I don't need product efficiency so much, although actually I should probably do one of those at least. I'll do two. We'll do some catching up. Anything on the transport bot? No. Good, so those are underway. Station upgrades. Solar panels, we can't upgrade anymore, but we do have 65 megawatts. We have 38,000 Firmarlite. I wonder if I should do that vault upgrade. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should. Because if I'm away and doing stuff and that caps out and goes above the 50,000, I might be losing stuff. So, yep. Let's do that one. It's expensive, but necessary. I'm going to pop over to the Science Pack 3 facility and see how that's doing. Alright, we don't have any backup over here yet. Well, we do have a bit of backup on the belt. Let's go and see how far back the... Ooh, that's not bad. Maybe we can do something. So let's have a look at research. Olumite processing is a big one, and so is construction material. Right now we are buying construction material, but it may work out cheaper for us to make it. But we do need the Firmarlite sheet, so we can't do anything until we've got those lava caves. The Olumite will unlock a... where's that? Yeah, there we go. We're able to actually scan for it. And we can also get the third lane loader, which will be quite important. What I really want to get to is that. The jetpack. But there's a bit of stuff that I need to do before that, including the Olumite processing. So let's get that underway. That's going to give us a whole new set of things. The pump jacks, distillation columns, flare stacks. We'll be able to make liquid polymer, polymer board, and oh, market licenses. Yes, I almost forgot to mention that. If you go into your space station and we go to station upgrades and to market office, you'll see that we can build a market office, and that allows us to sell other stuff. So we can buy licenses to sell other well, maybe sell or buy. Let's see what it says. The gigantic market's full of bureaucracy and paperwork. We need an office to deal with all of that. Market license is necessary before we're allowed to buy or sell to the galactic market. So if you have an excess of a certain product that you want to get rid of, yeah, you can buy the license for it, 5,000 Firmarlite bars, and then you can start selling it. So, thought I'd just mention that. That's pretty cool. But we haven't got the market office yet, and I don't have anything I want to sell at the moment. But I am feeling like I need to up my concrete production. I will sort that out. Let's see if we can go down to the right level. So, back to putting platforms in. Okay, I've made a 3x3 hole. I have no idea if that's actually going to work. It does appear to, but I'd like it to be a little bit further forward. I have no idea, but we're going to give it a go. Right, so we put this down over there, and I hope we're not being blocked by any foundations. We open the configuration. We'll call this Lava 1 ground, accept, and then add a station. Lava 1 bottom, I suppose. And then we can go down to, let's say go down to 2. And then add the station. Okay, 45 buildings in the way of the shaft. Note buildings, blocks, pylons do not need to be removed before you can start, but you have to remove the blocking objects. I'll confirm that. Let's go and see where things are being blocked. Okay, I'm not sure if these blocks are having an impact at all. Alright, well it can't be this. Something to do with one of those on this side. Ah, there we go. It's starting to build. Excellent. Now I can go and put blocks back where it allows me to, just so I don't fall into a very large hole. Perfect. Is it still building, or did it get stuck on a flippin' ladder somewhere? No, it's still constructing. Alright, well, that's happening. Our basic Olumite processing is happening as well. Alright, so we are going to need to power... Oh no. Oh no. There's a ladder in the way. Alright, well, I'll have to find my way out of here at some point anyway, so... Let's go and sort this out. Yeah, this is an interesting one. But at least when it's digging in the shaft, it does leave a bit of a gap. Right, so I've had to dig myself all the way down. Means I'm going to need to make myself a little gap for when I do decide to delete this ladder, so that I will be able to get back to the lift. Well, my vault extension is done. Let's do this. So we'll just do a Shift F. Click there, do that, and go up to there. The lift is coming down. I need to hide in here or be crushed. Actually, I don't even know what level this is. Am I going to be able to get into the lift? Oh, doesn't look like it. Oh no, I'm stuck again. Yep, that's going to keep going. I'm literally just going to stay on this level, this little section that is cut out, until it reaches the bottom. So if you look up in the top left, you can see my height is currently at 19, 18. So that's going all the way to 2. Well, I don't have to wait too much longer. And we are here. So I just need to drill myself a hole out to the front and find out which side is the front. All right, this is, this is the bottom. We can't do anything with this ground below us. So it's the deepest point on the map. And I would have to have drilled this out anyway, so that we could get out the door, which is right here, and I can call the elevator. Yeehaw. So in future, what I'd probably do is just take this. I made my life really difficult by trying to blast my way down. I wasn't sure how deep it was. But in future, I would basically just put this elevator on flat ground, maybe raise it up with one platform or something, I don't know, and then just let the elevator drill its way through. Look at that. The little thing and everything. Sweet. So we can... Oh, wait. We're down here, so let's go. And maybe we get lucky and break into a lava cave. Oh, there we go. Look at that. We have broken through. Oh, wow. That's amazing. And there's plant life down here and everything. Oh, cool. All right. Well, I drilled a long way that way and didn't find anything. And then I came through this way. It was much closer. As you can see, this has a power connection. But I think it uses high voltage power. I could be wrong. But I've got a bit of preparation to do here, and I'm going to have to head back up to the top because we need to get a freight elevator as well. And I'm just short of xenoferrite plates for that. Wow, this is very, very nice. Well, let's put some platforms out. I can't put platforms here. Oh, I was too low. I see. Looks like we're going out like that. So another one to note, if you're going down to level 2, I think maybe level 3 might be a better level to come out at so that you are able to put platforms in. I wonder if I can change that. Can I edit that? I can actually. This, now that I've cleaned things out a bit. This platform in over here. Can I get in? Yep. Change this to level 3. Will it allow it? Confirm. That's exactly right. Now I can spread my platforms around. And this ceiling's a bit low. I'm just going to have to chop that away. Now, as you can see, you don't need power connected to the elevator for it to work. But that power connection on the side is actually for, I think, to connect a transformer down here so that you can transfer power to drive things down here, because there's otherwise no connection. And you wouldn't want to have a set of these platforms stretching all the way to the top. Right, well, there's the tunnel. We have nice access to this area. I'm going to have to open this up a fair bit because we're going to want to have a freight elevator in here somewhere. And I'm thinking I'd like to have it on this side. Actually, no. I might be able to use explosives, although I've got platforms down now. They'll get destroyed. But if I am correct, we have a look at the elevator. Blast resistant. Yep. So the elevator is blast resistant, and so is the freight elevator, but the platforms are not. We're also going to need to get a lava smelter down here. Okay, well, we've got to get material down here before we can do a lava smelter, so I've got a bit of work to do. I've got to open up enough space that I can put down a freight elevator. And then I've got to go up and get the materials and make sure it's built. And what have we got here? Do we get anything? No, biomass. And this, stone. Okay. And there's some cool structures over there. That is amazing. Look at the cave system. Amazing indeed. All right, give me a moment. I'm going to clear this out a little bit. I'm going to make space for a freight elevator. I will go and get a freight elevator built. I'll get a transformer built. I'm going to have to bring cables across. Well, that's going to be fun. Quite a lot to do in here. But you know what? It's going to be so much faster with explosives. I'm going to lose some platforms, but hey, I've got plenty. So let's throw that in there and let's see how that works. So much easier. Get that in there and we'll throw one in there. Cool thing is you can't go too low. I think that should be okay. We've got enough space over here. I can just replace all of these platforms. I don't need to go any further this way. No, I don't. Yeah, don't fall in the lava. Although, it doesn't seem to harm us. Okay, well, we have space now, so we'll put some more platforms in over here. That has lined up. All right, let me head up. I will go and get a freight elevator sorted out and a transformer. Just after I've patched a few holes. And we're home. Pick up some plates and hop in here. Freight elevator is over there. So we'll get one of those. I'm going to head over, pick up some more cable. I think I'll get a couple of stacks. Let's do that many. And we're going to need poles. So I have no idea if that's going to be enough. I hope it is. And then we will need a transformer. So that's the one there. And while we're here, this lava thing, we need 10 Firmarlite bars. Cool, okay. So the lava smelter, 10 Firmarlite bars, which should not be a problem at all because we have stock. All right, I'm just going to top up on platforms as well. And then we're going to head over to our power plant. We have power poles. Wait, how many? Oh, we've got quite a few. So if I just use the cable, yes, I can. Yeah, I can. Okay. So I'm going to try and go in a relatively straight line. All right, we're going to... Oh, it's... Yes, they don't go too far apart. Yeah, I might need more poles. All right, these are very short distances. But if you click on them, you build one and you can immediately go to build the next one. You don't have to click the pole again. So just take them as far out as you can. Excellent. That is that. These are all connected and we can plug it in. Now we'll be able to get power downstairs. Alright, so over here I want the freight elevator right next to this. Maybe I'll leave a little bit of... No, I don't need to. Freight elevator, we can choose. This will be the top. Actually, I do want to leave a bit of space because this has ports on all sides. I don't think I'm going to use that many ports. No, that should be good. Alright, that's the top. We can come in and do the bottom shortly. I just need to remove those platforms. That should be fine. And then I think we're ready to head downstairs. Right, off we go again. This is so cool. And we are down. And now, well, I actually forgot to build the other side. So it's either a top or a bottom, is it? Hold on, let me just auto sort this. Yeah, you have to have two. You have to build two to be able to do the freight elevator. Luckily, I've got enough stuff. So yeah, we can make that straightforward. Select this, make sure that you select bottom and place it down. And I think now it's going to do its thing. We just have to wait. And now I can also do a lava smelter. I'll build one of those. And I can place the transformer, which is right here. Turn it like that. Cable from there to there. And now we have power on this platform. Only thing is I don't know if this is actually coming down or not. It does take a while. Anyway, let's have a look at how this lava smelter works. Oh, you have to have it in the lava. I see. Wow, it's quite a big machine. Where are the ports for this thing? Are there ports? Alright, let's put it like that. Oh, there's the ports. Oh, they're way up there. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to increase the height of my platform. Or not. Oh, wait, yeah, I am. I'm going to need to get up there. It looks like it's got power. It's obviously powered by the lava. So I will bring this up as far as it will go. Just like that. And I have some catwalks. And basically the way these work is if you right click, you can choose what part you want. Right now I want ladders and I want it to connect to there. Bring it down. Now you're going to be blocked because it automatically comes with the rails on either end. You right click, you choose the ledge, put the ledge over there and rotate to put a ledge over. Oh, we cannot put a ledge over here. Why is that? Huh, interesting. Alright, well we're up here anyway, so let's go and have a look at this. Alright, so very basic. You put something in, you get something out. So where are the outputs? Maybe I've done this the wrong way. There are two sides and I don't see an indication of what's an input and what is an output. Oh, well, I suppose it just depends on how the belt runs. And the belts don't need loaders, hopefully. Doesn't look like they do. So we can run one in. Oh, it doesn't want to be too close. Wait, what's happening? Oh, no, I forgot to bring belts down. You're kidding. It does need a... I think it actually might need a loader. Oh, no problem. Alright, I have a platform. And then I can move this. And hopefully the stairs will work over here. I can put them next to it. A ledge down here. A ledge over here. Okay. So if we have one belt coming in. And let me go and get more belts. And while I'm going up, let's have a look at science. So we've got Olumite processing done. Kind of want the third lane loader. I mean, it's not critically important, but it's a nice to have. Yeah, I'll get into Olumite. I'll do some research between episodes. In the meantime, I could get Mining Force 1. Mining efficiency might be good. Actually, you know what? That is very good. I'm going to get that. Sure. 300 of each. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to do it. What the heck? And there are the belts. I'll take 2 stacks just so that I don't run out too quickly. But while we're up here, we have the ability to scan for Olumite now. So let's have a look at what we find. There we go. There's a reservoir right there. That's not too bad. And a big one over here, just to the south. Maybe we should go for the big one. This is a nice area to do the processing. That's like in the rainforest biome. It's cool. It's cool. Right, now that we're here with belts, yeah, the belts don't go straight in, so we're going to have to do it this way. And this line will come in from there. All right, good. And then we'll have an output going this way. Ramps down for that one and ramps up for that one. And if I've lined this up, it might actually work. Okay, so input belt. Look at that. Awesome. And output belt. Oh, right, I need a loader. One there, one there. This is going to be changed to output. Now we just need to get the bars down. Oh yes, as you can see, this is finished now. So it did take a while. That is so cool. Right, I forgot to put the loaders in on the top. Short one there, which is an output, and oh no, wait, wrong way around. And then long one over there. That's the output. Perfect. I'm gonna put a light on this platform. Yeah, let me make a couple of lights and see if I can light this place up a little bit better. Right, so one over here and one over there. Alright, well it was pretty well lit anyway, thanks to the lava. Now all I need to do is get a connection with the Firmarlite bars to bring Firmarlite bars down here. And I will do that in this spot over. Just expand my platform a bit. Okay, so the only way that we can transport goods at the moment is via belt. So I think that's going to be the output, if I remember right. I don't remember. Can't remember how these things work. I should probably test it on one of my other platforms. We will put that in there. That needs to bring Firmarlite bars from over there. And what I may do just to get it started, put a storage box over here. Put one of these down, make it an output. Do I have Firmarlite bars on me? I do. So let me pop those in here, and then I'm going to need another storage box. I'll just get a little one for now. Bring this out. Hang on a sec, why is this not working? Oh, no power. Oh gosh, of course. And I don't have enough stuff to make a transformer. Alright, well, let's just get the rest of it set up. And with an input over here, all I need to do is get a transformer onto this platform. can now close up this hole so that we don't fall down the side. This transformer, we'll pop it in over here. Cable from there to there, and this can take 3 cables, and that's the max. Firmarlite bars are going in, so let's head down to the bottom and go and see what that's doing. We're down, and has it arrived yet? No, it doesn't look like it has. Nope, not yet. We'll wait for it to arrive. Oh, it is taking a little while, but then it's a long way down. It's like 130 meters or something. Is there anything happening? I don't know, there seems to be something moving over there. Yeah, there's definitely something coming. Alright, well it does take a while, but a whole bunch of it will arrive. Not sure, I think maybe each of these carries a stack? Possible. But they're here. 1 bar. Oh, there we go. Let's head up and go and see what that does. Boom. It's in. We are making Firmarlite sheets. Awesome. I mean, it's not super quick, but we're making them. And they're going to go into an elevator and head up to the top. Fantastic. Well, it's very slow. And it is a 1-to-1. That's fun, but it is super slow. So I reckon we're going to need a few of these to process all of this Firmarlite that we're bringing down. But it's a good thing we have sheets. So that means we can head up to the top. And in this box we have nothing yet because it hasn't come out yet. It is a little slow, but I think once the process is started, then it kind of moves faster. Because these freight elevators, they carry 320 per minute, so it's not slow. I mean, it's the same speed as the tier 2 belts. Well, if I come back in a moment, it'll probably be ready. And we'll have some Firmarlite sheets in here. Let's see what upgrades we can do to the space station while I wait for that. Okay, well, we do have the vault capacity of 100,000 now, so I don't have to stress too much about that. I do want to get the market office. I don't actually know. I don't think I need it. Communication center. The communication center is needed to reach out to planets and to manage trade licenses. Okay, we'll get into all of that at another point. Antenna unlocks galaxy sectors. I'm going to have to do more research into how to sell my wares. We can do another hangar upgrade, which is not too expensive, so I'm going to do that one. And we're at 37% done on our mining efficiency. That is great. But we covered a lot of ground in this episode. We got Science Packs 3 going. We've got more research going. We've done quite a bit with the space station. We are making a relatively okay profit, I think. I'm not sure if we're supposed to make all the bots, but I suppose eventually I will. And there's some Firmarlite. We have 10 in stock. Excellent. So it's growing. Yeah, we sorted out elevators. We sorted out freight elevators. We got power to this platform. We got some lava smelting going, and we have Firmarlite sheets. So if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts on the game, on my playthrough. And if you've got any tips, that would be greatly appreciated. There's so much. Once I have a bit more experience with this update, I'll probably be doing a tips video of some kind, because there are so many good things to know. But thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!